Hi, it's Miss Lee, and welcome to this week's STEAM activity. So this week we did the letter J for jellyfish. So there's our jellyfish craft right there. What we're going to do today is you are going to make your own jellyfish. So let's go over the supplies that you will need for this activity. So you will need either a water bottle or a clear cup or vase filled most of the way up with water. You want to leave a little bit of room because we're going to put our jellyfish in there and we don't want it to overflow. We don't want to make too much of a mess. You will need some optional blue food coloring, or you can leave the water clear if you'd like. You need a plastic baggie, either a rubber band or a piece of string, and then a pair of scissors. So you'll want to use safety scissors. So we're going to make our jellyfish out of this plastic baggie. So you'll notice mine has like a green and yellow stripe on the bottom. Since it's a Ziploc, I'm going to cut that off. If yours does not have that, you don't need to do anything for this step. You're lucky. Plastic, it is a little tough to cut. Okay, so this is going to be the body of our jellyfish. So we're going to pick one corner to be the body. So this is going to be like the little fluffy umbrella body of our jellyfish, and that's where we're going to tie it off or wrap a rubber band around it. So we're just going to separate the body of our jellyfish from the tentacles. So I'm using a little piece of string. So I'm just going to tie it around. You can trim it or you can leave the excess. And it almost looks like a little ghost. So I'm filming this kind of close to Halloween. So it makes me think of that. What you're going to do is now give your jellyfish tentacles. Remember, it has tentacles that hang down. So what I'm going to do is just cut a few strips up with my scissors. Like I said, it's a little tough to cut the plastic. So if you want some help from a grown-up, you might want to ask for a little bit of help, because if you're using safety scissors, they're not going to cut too well. So you cut a few, as many as you like, just to separate out the body from the tentacles. Okay, so now the next thing you're going to do is, if you have blue food coloring, you don't need much. 2 drops is probably enough, maybe 3. And I'm going to stir it around to turn my water blue. So now this is going to represent the ocean that our jellyfish lives in. Oh, my food coloring, I bought a new one. It's a little weak, so I'm going to add a little bit more. My old food coloring had a lot more color to it. So there, it's still barely blue, but you get the idea. Here is our ocean. We are going to now put our jellyfish in the ocean. So you'll notice I grabbed a chopstick. You can use a spoon, a butter knife, anything like that, even a paintbrush, to help push your jellyfish down into the water. So I'm going to put it right at where the body is, and I'm going to push it down and try to arrange my jellyfish so that the body floats above the water and then my tentacles are in the water. Okay, so most larger jellyfish, that's the way they float around. So this is like a Portuguese man-o-war where it has a big bubble body and then the tentacles hang kind of hidden under the water, which makes it a little tough because you can't see them. So what I wanted you to notice is that this does in fact look like a real jellyfish, and there would be animals that would try to eat this plastic baggie because to them it looks like a jellyfish because you can't tell the difference. And a lot of animals that eat jellyfish also don't have very good vision. So they would see something like this and assume that it's a real jellyfish and they would eat it and they could get sick. So what I want you to get out of this is, if you ever go to the beach or you're near any kind of water, you don't leave any garbage behind. So you don't want to leave especially like plastic garbage like bags and straws, because animals can eat them and it can make them really sick. So you always want to do a good job of cleaning up after yourself. And sometimes I even clean up after other people when I see it, because you don't want this to end up in the ocean. So that is why we made our own little jellyfish, to see how confusing it could be to animals to see something like this. And there are things like turtles that eat jellyfish, and they could get really sick if they saw something like this and ate it. But for now, you could just kind of play around with it, get your jellyfish to swim, and have fun with it. Okay, bye.